Hey, welcome back to another video. We're going to keep continuing pulling stuff out of the engine bay. Let's get right to it. Alright, that's where we're going to leave this session here. So I got the alternator, the AC compressor and the power steering pump off. And making a mess, of course. Alright, be back at it tomorrow. See you then. Okay, I'm back. So what I have to do now is get rid of the cruise control, disconnect the fuel lines, and I'm going to also have to look at disconnecting the shifter and linkages and undoing the trans mount. Now, I've never done that before, so It's all new to me. Bear with me. But let's get these other things done. Cruise control, fuel lines, blah, 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 blah. It's fighting me. It's fighting me. I can't even get the brake booster hose off. Well, after about an hour of fiddling around, I pretty much got nothing off. I got the cruise control off finally, but and a few hoses, that's about it. Now, I could have left the cruise control on, but I don't want to damage it when it's lifting off, so I want to get as much off before lifting it without anything getting in the way. I thought, oh, why not take the heater hoses off? But no, whoever's done these, the clamps are on upside down, so the nut's from the bottom and I can't get to them. So I don't know whether I'm going to cut them or I'm going to, I don't know, or I leave them till the engine's out and then I get in the bay and then undo it from there. I don't know. But do you ever see how much trouble I had trying to get that line from the booster, you know, for vacuum? Those clamps wouldn't come off. And Holden, in their infinite wisdom, of course, connect the cruise control unit to the fuel pressure regulator, which the fuel pipe's stuck on at the back there. I can't get off. One screw on side of that is so tight I can't undo it. And there's, look how much hoses and pipes and stuff are in this thing. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. You just got no way to get your hand in and move it around to get to anything. It's absolute madness. But I will soldier on and get back out here again tomorrow, and I'll see you then. Okay, new day, more jobs. As you can see now, I've dropped the back on the ground and jacked up the front. so I can get underneath and undo the trans cross member. And I was hoping to do the exhaust bolts and undo that, but I don't think that's going to happen. If you look at that, the U-bolt is there, but the join is back here, so I think that's going to be rusted in. That's probably going to need to be cut out, and I don't like my chances of getting those rusty bolts undone, so I've sprayed everything with WD-40 under there to let it soak. I have done a little bit in here. I got that fuel pressure thing off finally, and I managed to get this thing off as well. Well, I've got no idea what it is, but it did have a plug that went into the end of that, but no idea what it was, and that's the plug that was in it. Don't know what it is. We don't need it, do we? There's a lot of wiring to get undone in here. Like, it just sprays off everywhere. So I'm thinking, you know, I'm gonna have to get the loom for the injectors off. So I'm gonna have to unplug them. I unplugged one harness back there, but that splices off into so many other things. So we'll get them off, and I think it's not long before we get to the engine mounts, and so that one's going to be tough to get behind that bloody canister there. Get the engine mounts off and we can lift the sucker out. Getting closer, getting closer. All right, a little bit more done. I've disconnected the starter motor. I've got the coil out. I've got the coil off. So that wiring harness that runs that way is now free. The only bit of wiring I got left now is the injector wiring. Once that's off, I'm going to get underneath because those bolts will have time to soak, and that's what you'll see next. But that will be tomorrow for me. And welcome back to underneath the car. I'm going to get those trans bolts out, and I've tried to get the exhaust out. That's stuck, so probably going to have to cut that. But let's get these trans bolts out and see how we go after that. That sucker's out. Let me get that back on my head. Get this out. Grab the other jack and we'll put that on there to hold that. Second. And find this other jack. Okay. Broken jack number 2. Speedo drive. You can get that one out. What else have I got here? Nothing on this side except for trans lines. So I just really get that speedo drive out, swap sides of the jack, and then I think the linkages are on the other side, I think. Yep, so what's that? Got to knock the camera over. Now, if that speedo drive plugs straight into the 4-speed out of the stato, I'll be wrapped as wrapped can be. Right, I'm going to get back to the other side, move this jack over here, and try and figure out how to disconnect the linkages. Okay, I'm now at the stage to unplug the injectors, but they have these stupid little wire clips that don't seem to want to come off, so we're going to do what we can to get them off. So I also removed another fuel regulator thingy here, which of course was difficult to remove because there's brackets, blah 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 blah, that get in the way all the time. Now, I don't know if I'm going to have to cut these things off or not, because I need a sharp, pointy thing. More sharp than a screwdriver to get that in there to unplug it. Should I cut the first one? Maybe I'll cut the first one because that one's embedded in there. I'll cut the first one. Okay, that sucker's off. That's well and truly stuck in there, but that's one off. Oh my goodness, is that in bad condition? And I believe that one to be in the same condition, so I'm going to cut that too. Does it stink like petrol? Yes, it does. That's 2 of 4. Get rid of that. Do you think I can get... Might be able to get that one off without cutting it. Flick, flick. Right, I need the light, I can't see. You know what? Just gonna cut the bloody things in. Cut them all. Cut them all, I tell you. Get in here and pull it. Let's try that. Just pull it. Pull! Pull! Okie dokie. Get Get rid of that vacuum hose as well. That can go over there. That wiring harness is out. You know what? This one can go as well. And that is how you force all that wiring out. Okie dokie. Now, all I believe it to be left to do now is undo that engine mount and that engine mount. And this is ready to pull out. I believe I've got everything disconnected. I've probably missed something, but I won't know until I get it out. But I can't do any lifting right now because I don't have a crane. I'm going to go inside and ring my brother who has one and see if he can deliver one. But tomorrow, because it's late, I'll undo the engine mounts and be ready to go to lift out. See you tomorrow. Oh yeah, I forgot. I still got to cut the exhaust off. Fun. Tomorrow. We'll see how we go. And back again for another day. Now, my plan is to cut the exhaust. I don't want to use a hacksaw because that'll take forever and the lactic acid buildup in my arms will be enormous. So that's not happening. I don't want to cut it with the angle grinder because it's a very strong smell of fuel in here. That's got loose fuel dripping out of places, and I do have the leak in the back of the tank. So I went to Bunnings today and bought this reciprocating saw. And this is just opened straight out of the box. The bloody thing's broken. Now I'm going to see if I can try and get it working before I take it back, because I really want to cut that exhaust out, but there's just no quality on anything anymore. This is crazy. Absolute rubbish. See, you have to get that in there. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll get back to you once I've got that working, if I can. Okay, I've got that saw working, and see if I can chop the thing off around here somewhere. I don't know how this is going to go, but we'll see. Can I hang that? Yeah. Maybe I'll hang that like that so then I can see it. Will that just pull out of there now? Hell no. I'm going to keep cutting and I will get back to you shortly. Alright, got the pipe cut off there. Still hanging down there. We're going to have to get under the back and cut it off at the diff, but I'll do that at a later date as I want to do the engine mounts now. Okay, so I've got an 18mm on the back and 16mm on the front. Let's see how we go. I can't get a good camera angle of this engine mount, so I'm going to do it, and you're going to have to trust me that I do it. So I'll see you when I've done that. Under the car again. Now, I was wriggling my way under the back of the car to try and cut in front of the diff to get this exhaust out. Couldn't move my arms or anything, so then I thought, why don't I just try and push it out? So I did, and then if you twist it, it just comes out. I didn't need to cut the thing. So, that's done. That big heavy lug of a thing is out. And can go in the rubbish bin. So, just twist it to the side, comes out. But get the hot dog off first. So, that's out. Engine mounts are out. I've left the bolts in there until Big Brother comes. And, see, there. We're ready to go. So, when Big Brother comes, it's ready to bolt onto some existing bolts and get this thing out. When he's coming, I don't know. So, I'll see you when that happens. Here we are. Big Bro is here with the crane. And this thing's coming out. Right now. Well, there you go. The motor is out. Now I've placed it down the back there so it doesn't get ruined in the weather or anything. So if anybody's interested in this, hit me up and we can work something out. I don't think I really want it. I did get Big Brother to help me push, because that doesn't run, the Stato in, because the fuel pump's gone on that, so I can't start that. And then we tried to start the Valiant. That wouldn't go, so we had to tow that out with the wagon. It's been a bit of a balls up today. The motor came out well, but everything else hasn't gone well. So motor out, that's done. Next step, start getting ready to pull that out. And you'll see all that next time. So for this video, I'm going to say thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Ciao, ciao.